but as an equity member, as many of our regular viewers are you eligible to vote in the indicative ballot for artificial intelligence protections? Please exercise your vote by the 18th of December. Vote yes to protect your rights.
Nigel.cecil, calling things out.
Hello, Jacobasses. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, moi, Nigel.cecil, along with my very good friend Hilary, and wearing my Serendipity hat. Serendipity, artificial intelligence, live, as in person, can certainly do serendipity. But can artificial intelligence do serendipity? Now, yes, we get a bit confused with these words. Serendipity. It's when, of course, you're investigating something, you're looking at something, and live, a human looking to say, hang on, that's impossible. That shouldn't have happened. And, well, penicillin, that mold there, you see, it was an accident. Can artificial intelligence identify accidents and work out an outcome that really shouldn't have happened? What about the microwave? Post-it notes. That's serendipity. And it's the same with creativity. You see, creativity, no one actor is the same. When you are live, well, it's all different, isn't it? But why am I wearing this T-shirt? Some of you may be asking, because some of you, of course, being members of Equity, might just recognise Stephen Spence and the T-shirt saying, Stephen Spence said what? Stephen Spence, a former Assistant General Secretary. And as Equity's got this, progressive, radical socialist agenda now, it's fair to say that moi and Stephen Spence, when we were more directly involved with Equity, had, a difference of opinion when it came to politics. Well, I've always believed that politics really, or, party politics, agendas like that, ideologies, should be left out of Equity. You should put professional interests equally and fairly forward on behalf of all the members representing them. But anyway, we're digressing, aren't we? Because the one thing Stephen Spence and moi both shared was pragmatism. We knew when to come together because for the benefit of all the members, it was essential. We had that campaign, Live Entertainment Works, and we had great fun. And I think now if Stephen was here and applied pragmatism to artificial intelligence, what would be going on? Warner Brothers being taken over by Netflix. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the actors, well, we all know, most times it becomes, well, have we got any money for the actors? But celebrities who've already got the clout and the money, well, they're able to campaign. We'll be talking about this later in another video. But we do hope we can urge you to vote. If you're eligible to vote, you've got until the 18th of December. Get in touch with Equity if you've not received the email or the information. It's all on their website, an indicative ballot. Please use your vote. Let Equity know what you think so they can use the strength of your support when they have their negotiations. But serendipity, live, in person. When you think of David Bowie on stage, you knew it was live. It gave you the thrill. Every show was actually different. We love this ad lib, don't we, Hilary?
I've been watching too much television. Forget about it.
And the other thing, of course, artificial intelligence is going to take over the world when it comes to creativity, serendipity. Well, the bad news is information is now leaking out that it is possible to program artificial intelligence to do serendipity, because over the fullness of time, it will have worked out every possible outcome. Every possible outcome. We're not convinced, but there are those scientists now who are saying it is possible. So where does that leave us? Actors, musicians? Some years back, it was said that synthesizers were going to take over the world, put all musicians out of work. Indeed, moi, and along with some other friends, Pete Baker, had a record, Electronic Ensemble. It happened then. Mike Mansfield produced and directed that video. Great fun. But we were the first, it appears. Members of Equity, but not members of the MU. And back in the day, there was a closed shop agreement over music on television. And they said, you're not members of the MU. And we said, but we're synthesizer players, totally synthesized record. When we got in touch with the MU, we were members of Equity. The MU said, you can't join because you're synthesizer players and you're putting all musicians out of work. So the record was banned. There was minor success in Europe. So we have experience. Synthesizers, we're going to put everyone out of work. You can't join the MU. And look, have musicians been put out of work? Are there not even probably more orchestras now, more live shows, bigger stadiums with artists appearing? Synthesizers, put them out of work. It was just another form of entertainment. And at the end of the day, you, live, want to be entertained. And it's that live vibration that counts. Which is why, when it comes to artificial intelligence, well, over a year or more now, we've had this. We've said the way forward is to go to the end game and have worldwide, I mean, it could be established, but it needs this connectivity worldwide, a logo that says this production is live. Because then it would stop all those trying to palm off artificial intelligence as being real. You'll say it can't possibly be done. It could. Just look at the online safety bill now and age verification. Where there's a will, there's a way. And the way to stop creatives being ripped off is to insist that if you put a video or a production anywhere, somewhere in that video, it has to say, this is live. No generative AI used in this production. We wish Equity lots of success with their negotiations, but it may well be too little, too late. The artificial intelligence horse has really galloped out of the stable. Can artificial intelligence do serendipity? We'll leave that one with you. But as always, do get in touch and let us know what you think. And if you're an Equity member eligible to vote, there's not that many days now to go to the 18th of December. Please use your vote. Until the next time, as we always say when it concerns Equity, to all artists good work, to all workers good art, and to everyone everywhere, Equity. Chuckabutties, live and in person. And until the next time, be lucky, everyone. Professional solidarity in showbiz. Better keep your professional fingers crossed.
Nigel.cecil, calling things out.
And of course, thank you to Stephen Spence and the T-shirt.